Hi, I'm Andrew from Ether Automation, and in this video, we're going to continue on with our custom ERP solution inside Zoho Creator for manufacturers. In this video specifically, we are going to create an automation that allows for work completed records to automatically update the related sales order with the amount that's been assembled, so that a salesperson or shipping can see what's coming down the pipeline in terms of almost done or is done. So we're going to be setting up a standalone function for that use case. So without further ado, let me share my screen and let me jump right into it. Okay, so I'm inside Zoho Creator, and we have this sales order, and in another tab here, I have this completed work log. And what we want to do is we want to have this work log, once it's submitted, see this demo to products, as in this product was assembled for this work order, and this is the number. We actually want to have that number go right in here, as in this is the number of built products, so that we know that this would actually be ready to ship. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to middle click and edit this application, and I'm going to go to workflows, functions, and create a new standalone function. And this function is going to be called push completed work to sales order. And the argument we're going to have is an ID. Here we go. So what does this function need to do? Well, first thing it needs to do is it needs to get the work log. We need to get this data in. Next thing we want it to do is get the related work orders. Because someone may finish a work order one day, or they may work on multiple work orders. I don't know why they would want to do this, but they could. So we're going to get all the related work orders. After that, we want to get the line items in the work order related to the work log, and then from that line item, we're going to get the related sales order line item. Because we need to update that sales order line item, this right here, and we want to make sure we're updating the right one. So after that, we want to add the assembled products from the work log to the sales order line item. However, we don't want to, like in this case, where we have 3 that were assembled, but there's only 1 that's been ordered. We don't actually want to put in 3 for this product. We want to put in 1. So we're going to add a little step right here to not exceed the max products on the sales order. And then finally, we are going to update the available inventory, right? And this was a standalone function we made in a previous video. So let's get started with this one. Great, so this is the work log. Now we want to get the related work orders. So here are the work orders. So now we're going to iterate through the work order. So we're going through all the work orders, and we actually want to do a for each of the line items to see if we're on the right line item here. So now we're going to do this for each line item. First thing we want to do is actually check to make sure it's the correct product on the work log. Now, because a work log can have multiple products on it, I'm going to do a cardinal sin of coding, which is having a for each loop nested 3 times. So this number here will be to make sure we are not maxing out the number in the sales order. So for each line in the work order, we're going to check to make sure it's the same product. So if the assembled product is not on this line item, we're just going to loop back to the next item in the work order. Once we make sure we have the correct product that we want to do this on, we actually want to make sure that the assembled quantity is not 0. And the reason we're doing that is because we're going to reduce the number here as we add it to a sales order. So now that we know we have the right product and we know that we have more than 0, now we're going to get the sales order line item from the line item. So we have the sales order here. Now we're going to calculate how much it's going to be updated to. So theoretically, we're going to be updating it to the sales order quantity on that, oh, not the quantity, there we go. So we're setting the built product to 0, just in case it's null. But if it's not null, then we're going to use the built products on that sales order line item. And this is how much we actually want to update it to. Now we're going to check to make sure we're not exceeding that number. Okay, so we have a built quantity, which is either 0 if it's null. If it's not, we have a built products on the sales order line item. So this is what we want to update it to, which is the number currently built and the number we just finished building. And so if the quantity on the sales order is less than the number we want to update it to, then what we're going to do is we're just going to update the built products to the quantity, as in if there's 1 item on the sales order, but we have 3, we're just going to say, hey, here's 1. And then the assembled quantity is going to be the current amount minus the amount that we're putting on the sales order. Otherwise, we're just saying, hey, it's the sales order built quantity is equal to the updated quantity, and the assembled quantity is now 0, that we're not going to put any more because we've already allocated the whole thing. So the last thing we want to do here is just update the available inventory, and we're going to do that for each inside this, for each loop, for each of the assembled products, which is right here, and then we can click save. So this should work, and we're going to test it out with this one. So what we expect is when I run this code, this product is going to update to built products to 1. Now the other thing we should do is have the status updated to ready to ship. So we're actually going to do that in here as well. There we go. So we have our ready to ship right here and right here. And so I'm going to run this code. Cool. That's super. Let's see if it worked. So I'm going to refresh this. Actually, I'm going to copy this sales order. Go back here, look for it, open it up, click edit. Boom. We've built this product. It's ready to ship. So from here, we'd be able to ship out the work order or the sales order, create a shipment, that kind of thing. So this can be used to keep your sales team or your shipping team up to date on what sales order can be shipped out and which ones are still in production, or if you want to send a partial shipment, you can do that with this. In the next video, we're going to be covering some of the shipping automation. You know, the next step after we update a sales order or certain line items that are ready to ship is we're going to want to actually ship those. And so we're going to be setting up a view so that you can see what's ready to ship, as well as create a button to ship a bunch of sales order line items or an entire sales order, and create a shipment and have that shipment push to Zoho inventory. We set this up earlier in the series, or at least partially set up, but now we're going to plug in the buttons and the user interface to be able to do that. I hope you found this video helpful. I will see you in the next video.